Hi, I'm Zach, and I'm the owner of Zacary Desserts. What inspired me to bake, I guess, has been a family tradition of always big functions and being around my grandmother and mother in the kitchen and watching them bake a lot of sweets and savoury dishes and just being inspired by them. And I remember one time baking a cake for my sister when she was little as well. And also when I first met my best friend, I baked him a cake when he arrived. So it's always been a passion of mine. I get a lot of my inspiration from, I guess, Pinterest and just sort of trends that are out at the moment. I love colour, I love glitter, I love anything sparkly too, so I try and input that into my designs when I glaze a cake. So Zacary Desserts was born because my name in Greek is Zacharya, which kind of translates to sugar in Greek. So Zacary is sort of the brand. I thought it ties in well with my business. Being Greek, we are very, I guess, superstitious. We have a lot of traditions, and the eagle eye is a huge symbol in the Greek culture and also some other cultures around the world. It's a beautiful design that I glazed from being inspired by a Greek psychic, actually. So that cake was dedicated to her and has become my signature cake. So with my cakes, I love mirror glaze, and you can pretty much use any kind of colour. I try not to use too many colours because they do blend quite a lot, but I always use sort of ideas of the season and what colours they're in. That sort of pops with a bit of contrast in the design. I guess just a pretty quiet homebody when he's not baking. I am a Cancerian, so I sort of do like hiding in my little shell and being at home. Hence why I guess I've moved back to Adelaide. Being with family is really important to me. So yeah, that's me in a nutshell. I tend to like a good old traditional mud cake and also a huge lover of custard tarts. I don't tend to bake those as much anymore. I have stuck to more my mousse cakes or cheesecakes, which I glaze a lot. Those are sort of my favourites, and also traditional Greek desserts as well, like the makarona is a honey walnut biscuit, which is my absolute favourite. I remember when I got the call that I was accepted on ZUMBO'S Just Desserts, like it was yesterday. It was the most exciting thing that has probably happened in my life. I guess the opportunity to meet other sort of like-minded bakers and dessert makers was a huge honour, as well as obviously meeting Adriano Zumbo himself, who I've idolised for so many years. But being on the show itself, I must admit, was quite stressful, and if you have ever watched the series, you would have seen a few nervous breakdowns from me. But it's something that I will cherish forever. So having worked in marketing and advertising for so many years has been a huge asset for me, because I've been able to implement those skills into my own personal business. And also being in a creative industry in marketing and advertising has helped a lot with creating my cakes and being creative like that as well. I guess there was a time I had a challenge where I had an order come through for a 30th birthday, and this cake was quite big. I think it was 40 centimetres in diameter, and I've never sort of made that size of cake in terms of a glazed cake, because all the glazed cakes are quite smaller using moulds, and I misinterpreted the quantity for my gelatin in my glaze, and it just flopped, and I was so embarrassed to hand this to this customer. And I don't think I even charged her, to be honest, because I was just too embarrassed. I think there's a huge opportunity here in Adelaide, as there aren't many patisserie stores or shops here. There are a few little boutique cafes around town, so I want to make sure that I can bring something a little bit different to the people of Adelaide. And I think with Adelaide being such a foodie state, there's potential for businesses like myself to expand and grow here. If you want to check out more of my cake designs, you can check out my Instagram at Zacary Desserts or my website at www.zacarydesserts.com.au.